Hello and welcome to another episode of Gilbert's Economics. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about the job losses that are literally happening as we speak. So Uber are bringing automated driving services out from 2027. This is going to be a massive problem for the taxi industry. Don't get me wrong, me personally, I'll probably always try and get a human to take me. But with the robotics being probably half the price of a driver, it's going to be a massive problem. So self-driving cars are going to take out the taxi driving industry. I will still use humans. I think a lot of people will, but there'll be a lot of younger people that won't. And as the vast majority of taxi drivers, for younger people going out in nightclubs, all the rest of it, it's gonna be a massive, I reckon, a 35 to 40% hit on that industry. The next one. BT are dropping 55,000 jobs over the next couple of years or so. Sainsbury's are dropping 3,000 plus logistics this year. Morrison's are dropping around 2,000, including logistics. Poundland are dropping around 2,000 again. And then you've got all the logistics and all the other people that are going to be put out of work, packaging, delivery companies, etc. All that kind of stuff is affected. WH Smith's, now they haven't said how many job losses is going to be, but they are closing a lot of stores across the UK. This will be a massive problem. I think the only places they're going to remain is like airports, train stations, stuff like that. But any high street ones, I think they're going to go because the rents are just too high. That's another problem. Rents are too high. Tech boom. The tech boom is on the decline in terms of jobs. Tech used to be massive for new workforce and new jobs and uni students, etc. jump in there. Now, with the advances of AI and machine learning, 7,000 jobs just in January alone apparently was lost across 31 of the major big companies in tech. So this is something we've really got to look out for. I mean, you've only got to look at what Elon Musk did. As soon as Elon got Twitter, he got rid of like 60% of the workforce. It might have even been more than that. It was a hell of a lot. So, it could be done, and they are doing it. Ocado are estimating around 500 job losses this year, and that's happening as we speak. Network Rail, in their offices, they're dropping approximately 100 members of staff. New Look are doing 150 in their offices. The Fraser Group say they're going to drop 30% of their workforce. That's a hell of a lot. Audi, yes, Audi, doing really, really well. We all know that. Everyone's going to Audi these days. I mean, everybody I know goes to the nearest Audi, and if they don't live near it, they'll travel 20 miles just to go to one. I personally prefer Sainsbury's. That's just my personal preference. Probably because it's quieter and I can do my shopping in peace. That's more than likely what it is for me. What was I getting at? Audi, 350 jobs are being lost at Audi. You know why that is, don't you? The self-service checkouts. They're going to be rolling more of them out across the stores. They reckon for every self-service checkout, that's 2 members of staff not needed. So, why is this happening? Well, it's pretty simple. The government have increased the taxes, the rents have gone through the roof on commercial property, and national insurance contributions has also increased. On top of that, corporation tax has gone up by 5%. Now, 5% is a massive increase when you're doing millions of pounds in revenue. Business rates are through the roof. Nightclubs, restaurants, pubs, all those type of industries, they're all being hit the hardest because their rates are going up, their taxes are going up, their energy bills are going up, and it's just getting out of hand. So there's going to be more job losses there because business owners are going to be more hands-on, do more hours to try and save money on wages. So if you've got a small cafe and you normally have 3 members of staff helping you, you might drop 1 and have 2 and just do the extra hours yourself. And that's happening. That's happening. It's evident. Across the UK, this is a wide problem. Even the government are dropping jobs. NHS England is being scrapped. Loads of other office jobs within the England Revenue. They're using AI to try and catch fraudsters and people that aren't paying their fair share. But they're not going after the big companies. They're going after the small man in the street that might be making £1,000 on the side. Oh, you haven't paid your tax on that £5,000 that you made on eBay. And they're sending them letters out the blue because eBay have to report everything back to the HMRC and let them know how much money was made and who made it and who it went to. It's absolutely insane. It's just got to the point now where like we're living in a Gestapo type environment. Literally, the 10% that are doing really well in this country are pulling the ladder up and sod the rest. And then, when the taxes hit them a little bit too much on their personal wealth, I'm leaving, I'm off. See you later, alligator. I'm off to Dubai. And that's what a lot of them are doing, and it is completely wrong. But we shouldn't allow them to do that. We shouldn't allow them to sell an asset. Let's say you've got a house that's worth £5 million. We shouldn't allow you to transfer that to a private company, sell it, have the asset then registered in somewhere in the Cayman Islands and pay no tax. It's wrong. And then they create company after company after company to create an absolute nightmare for anybody who wants to try and track where the money's going. I mean, people are looking for the government to do something about all this. And we do. We want them to do something. But the problem you've got is anybody who ever becomes the Prime Minister, they always end up, after they retire from being the Prime Minister, on a podium going, hello, I am Keir Starmer, for example. Please pay me £1 million for 45 minutes talking on this podium. That's what they do. Look it up. Tony Blair does it. The ex-Conservative leader, David Cameron. Anyone who was considered to be, I don't know, half decent in politics ends up landing a really big role. Even the ones but just below them, they all get jobs, you know, in high positions, getting paid for basically just doing nothing, really. I mean, we know what it is. They use their contacts. So if you've met the King of Saudi Arabia and you get on with him and, you know, you've left office, but you've still got his phone number, you're like, hey, King, how you getting on, mate? Yeah. Remember when I sorted you out that deal with that oil? Yeah. And when you took out them militias for you? Yeah, well, I'm calling in that debt, mate. All right, okay. And that's it. Done. They can get things done. Do you know what I mean? And they'll get a backhander and there'll be a briefcase. You know, in Europe, it won't be in the UK. It won't be where they are. It'll be in some country that they can't get prosecuted. Do you know what I mean? So there'll be a suitcase there. That'll be some posh bloke. Hello there. Here's your suitcase. And he'll give him a suitcase. Well done, Prime Minister or ex-Prime Minister. Here's £5 million. That's the kind of thing that goes on, I'm sure. I know it sounds like something out of a movie. It probably is. But I'm sure stuff like that goes on, but under a corporate veil. I mean, even Nigel Farage, the guy who likes to go to the pub and have a pint. Do you think you can trust him? I don't trust him. I think he'll be just like the rest. The minute he gets into power, he'll just do what he wants. That's it. All the promises and everything else, none of it will come into fruition. As you all know, we don't normally have a sponsor on this channel. But we've got a sponsor. Dingles Dinghies, based in France, are sponsoring this video. So, if you are in need of getting to the UK, they've got dinghies available. Prices start at £1,475 per dinghy, and you can fit 2 people on it. They're an absolute bargain. Apparently they're hard wearing and they're made in Thailand. Apparently they've got the finest dinghies possible known to man. And if you're from the UK and you want to get all the benefits of coming on a boat, all you've got to do is get on the Channel Tunnel, get yourself over to France, and then come back into the UK on one of those dinghies. Again, there's an offer for the UK citizens. They can get them at the moment for £1,174.50. They're absolute bargain. They're a sponsor of this channel. Thank you, Dingles Dinghies, for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated. Thank you.